Hey there everyone, this is Mike, and I'm going to share my thoughts on methylene blue during this video. You're going to learn actually why I'm choosing to not use this compound. What is interesting though is that it's definitely trending in the biohacking space, in the cognition space. Even when you look at general health, you see methylene blue has actually been around for over a century, but some of its uses have never really been for enhancing cognition, more so around really helping with like sickness or helping people that could be recovering. Even in the ER, actually, methylene blue for many years was used as a substance that could actually help with breathing. And I think ever since the pandemic, everyone's mindful about what could potentially help their breathing. If people had actually gone through the pandemic and gotten sick, they're wondering what they could do to feel back to normal. And that's one reason why people actually use this compound, but other people use this compound actually to increase energy levels. I want to share this Reddit post over here. And of course, this is an anecdotal experience. Somebody shared methylene blue, the ultimate nootropic, and that they've been using methylene blue for about 2 weeks now. And they have to say it's the most impactful nootropic they've ever taken. Interestingly enough, methylene blue was used to treat malaria over a century ago because it's an extremely good metabolism aid and it can bypass complex 1 and complex 3 activity in the mitochondria, therefore helping your cells. And a lot of people would look at methylene blue like a compound which could help with mitochondria function, similar to things like acetyl L-carnitine, alpha lipoic acid, perhaps even fish oil to a lesser extent. And this user's experience is not rare by any means. They had mentioned that since using methylene blue, they've found that it had antidepressant properties and that they feel like their brain is awake. In their situation, their general practitioner actually advised using 5 to 15 milligrams a day. So who knows what sort of experience that they're coming off of. Maybe they were sick prior to this, but their brain fog had disappeared and they have noticeable energy throughout the day and feel more focused during work. And their anxiety has disappeared as well. And this is very exciting. Actually, through browsing through a number of anecdotes, where I find it's most commonly being used by individuals and they're having good success is with energy levels, general nervousness, anxiety. Although for a young, healthy individual like myself, would somebody like me benefit from using methylene blue, or perhaps you? I don't know, because we're really lacking when it comes to research on this compound. There's some short-term research done on it, although it seems like a compound, like, sure, if you feel maybe something's wrong, perhaps use methylene blue. But if you feel like you're operating on all cylinders, you're already eating a healthy diet, your nutrition's in sync, and that you're sleeping well, you feel good, I don't really see any reason why somebody would use this compound, because of the fact that, again, we're lacking research here. And just why would we go ahead and ingest another compound when we already have so many great compounds out there? And I by no means see this as a supplement which can potentially help with weight loss or help with building muscle. Perhaps it may help individuals just get more motivated to get to the gym in the first place. But as far as like the properties of the compound, I don't see it really doing anything with your luteinizing hormone, helping with testosterone or cortisol levels in like the hormonal context to actually help you go ahead with your body composition goals. But something fascinating about methylene blue is that if you go ahead and just Google the compound, there are such a wide array of uses for this. Like, I don't think I've ever come across a compound which has so many different uses, but they're all used for like very extreme circumstances. And this article reads that the way we use it has evolved a great deal over the years. It was originally developed as a dye to color clothing, which is important that you understand, because with methylene blue, most commonly people would consume methylene blue by using a dropper, and the dropper does stain, so you want to be extra careful. And otherwise, a good indication that you're using methylene blue correctly would be that your urine actually has somewhat of a blue color to it. Going back to the article, later it was used by researchers as a stain for identifying bacteria and parasites, and other potential uses popped up over time. Researchers thought that if the dye highlighted bacteria and parasites, maybe it could be used to destroy them. And so that's why it had been successfully used to treat malaria, and thus the first fully laboratory-made medication was born. So as a dye, its blue color helps healthcare providers identify abnormal cells. Although looking at some of the side effects, they're very concerning, one especially being serotonin syndrome and the risk of it. And what's exciting is that there's so much research that's currently being done on methylene blue, really to see if it can treat a number of different sicknesses. Some of those include Alzheimer's, because they believe that it may potentially help to slow memory loss down. Another effective use could be with anti-aging. This is a compound which is a very strong antioxidant and has good inflammatory properties. And then another couple of potential uses of methylene blue that will be determined in the future would be with respect to Lyme disease, as well as chemotherapy and radiation-induced mouth sores. Although one of the reasons why you may want to not consider using methylene blue, of course, I'm not planning to use it anytime soon is because of the potential serotonin syndrome that could be associated with this. See, we don't have many anecdotes on this experience. It can definitely happen due to the mechanism of action in which takes place with methylene blue. Serotonin is a really important neurotransmitter. Some people use supplements to increase their levels of serotonin. Of course, when you're not feeling great, you would use something like a selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor. And serotonin syndrome pretty much exclusively happens when you try something new, which is a strong substance, like in this case, could potentially be with methylene blue, and that your serotonin levels would be abnormally high. And within a couple of days, you would feel migraines and really feel bad. And so because of that, there's a lot of warnings around methylene blue. Of course, talk to your general practitioner, obviously, if you were to use this supplement, and especially be cautious if you're already using other strong supplements like this one. And as far as the dosage is concerned, they're really all over the place. I've seen individuals benefit from just taking like 5 to 10 milligrams per day. Then some individuals feel really good benefits only taking 2 milligrams per day. I think, of course, you want to start off a bit conservatively, try it, see how you respond to it, and then you can potentially build up the dosage as needed. However, what is unique about this supplement is that there are some individuals that only see benefits using it every day, and there are some individuals that would use it perhaps once a week, and they're selecting the day that week in which they would use methylene blue based on a day where they need to have really good focus, good levels of energy, decreased anxiety, kind of like the same reason you would use a bit more caffeine, just because you got to get through the day and you need that extra cognitive edge. What are your thoughts on this very strong compound, and will it even be talked about a few years from now? I'd love to know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do subscribe, drop a like if you did enjoy this video. If you'd like to chat with me one-on-one, you can connect with me on Patreon, and be sure to visit our Discord server. We have a 24/7 chat room. We're answering questions in a time-sensitive fashion. I thank you for your interest, and I look forward to seeing you next time.